I would like to welcome in the collective that is present with me during this reading, or for this reading. We're going to be doing messages from your higher self. What does your higher self want to impart on you right now? What needs to be shed? What needs to be brought to light? What needs awareness? What is unavoidable in your life right now? Anything and everything, Spirit, that needs to come through right now. That is only of their highest good. So all the people coming across this, what do they need to hear right now? Two more here, two more to start us off. As per usual, guys, 3 deep breaths before we start to help ground ourselves for this reading at your own pace. All right, let us begin. So right away, I was getting PTSD. We have this King of Swords here. I feel like at least some of y'all who are coming across this have been in the military, has served our country in some capacity. And I'm kind of seeing this Five of Wands is like a card of war. And then it's like the aftermath of this, or you coming back to like civilian life, is this Ten of Swords. Like you're at a nice party and you're trying to function as a normal human being, but it's like level impossible. Because look at all those swords that are in your back and you're bleeding out. I think I kind of have to work around YouTube's guidelines when I say this, or else YouTube is not going to like me. But let's just say with this Ten of Swords, you've seen some things. You've seen some stuff. You have seen some stuff in battle. I don't know, like things you wouldn't want to reveal. And maybe there's some guilt around that, some shame around that. Because his heart is sticking out to me there, but it looks like he wants to protect it because his face is not revealing. He's very stone cold. Looks like his heart is relatively small too, like compared to the size of his body. This guy's a unit. And his heart is also surrounded by darkness. It's like, I don't want you to see my heart. Or it's like this could be you struggling with your own emotions here too, of what you've experienced or what you've done. I think that's the guilt, that's the shame, that's the maybe even anger too, like so many emotions, the PTSD, the complexities of that. And maybe you just feel a lot and you don't want people to see that. You know, I don't know this for a fact because I've never served myself. But I could imagine in the military, when it comes to feelings, expressing them, showing them, let alone sharing them, is just like the vibe is we don't do that here. Even though that if that's never said, we don't do that here. And for those of y'all watching this who are not in the military, who's never been in the military, who's never served, this could just be something that you've gone through that has caused this like this trauma or this PTSD. Some sort of conflict with people with this Five of Wands. Let's build out a second row. Why the Hierophant? Yeah, there's some interesting messages coming out with the second row here. I sense with you there's like some distress in your spirits or in your psyche. And those words keep coming up in my mind too. Guilt and shame is perhaps weighing heavy on your conscience. And what's going to free you is by speaking your truth, about coming out about this. You know, the Seven of Cups can be all about deception. And deception is all around her with all the junk that exists on those grocery store shelves and in her carts. But in this moment, she is choosing to take the apple, the healthy option, the option that's not I'm getting the word pure, the pure option, the option that's not riddled with snakes, the clean option. Because you're really sitting on something here with this Two of Swords, thinking about something long and hard. And this is what I mean when I say specifically your psyche or your spirits, because we have the Hierophant coming out here, a spiritual authority. I'm seeing him in this moment as like a judge, but in the strictly, specifically in the spiritual realm. And what's really sticking out to me is notice his fingers. Okay? Notice the fingers, because I asked for a clarification for this Hierophant. We got the Seven of Swords. Look at his. They are crossed. The Hierophant's fingers are not. So there's something there about like coming clean, or again, like getting something off of your, like out of your psyche. And I feel like this is a very specific message, but to the ones that this applies to, you could have witnessed something that has happened. When you did serve in the military, or again, if you're not in the military, just in your normal life, civilian life, whatever, but you've witnessed something horrific that happened, that you need to be honest about or come forward about. I'm really trying to be careful with my wording here because, again, YouTube guidelines. But I think for the ones that that applies for, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get the last row out here. One more row. And perhaps for some of y'all, this could be about coming out or speaking up about your PTSD for the first time. Yeah, I'm just seeing for a lot of this journey, for a lot of y'all, just like with this King of Swords, you kept things close to your chest. Very close to your chest. But it's like you're noticing how this is affecting your personal life now. It's causing a lot of conflicts in your personal relationships. Or I'm getting like all relationships in your life, like whoever it is, like personal, family, work, everybody. We have the puppeteer here. So we have this couple arguing, right? So it's kind of echoing that Five of Wands, the conflict. But that's the whole point of this puppeteer card, is they don't know that the puppeteer is there. They don't know that there's somebody controlling the strings. I'm not saying there's somebody controlling the strings here for you, but I'm picturing the puppeteer as like the PTSD, right? That's controlling this, that's causing this couple to be in conflict. That like kind of hidden force that we can't really see visually, but it's very real. It's very much, it's there, right? And then this Ten of Cups, like it's kind of breaking apart the family. Look what's happening outside of the frame there. Broken dynamics within the household. And it's like Judgment we have here at the very end. Judgment is a wake-up call, right? Perhaps something has happened recently to you where it's like, wow, like, I don't need to carry this alone anymore. I can reach out to someone and ask for help. Because this is, at this point, it's kind of, it's snowballing. And it's taking over my life. And I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want it to be affecting me like this anymore, you know? I want to get another card for this Hierophant and Seven of Swords, please. Spirits. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna end it there. I don't think I need to continue going with this reading. I think everything has been put out there, and everything that I need to say has been said already. So we will end this here, y'all. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all, and I hope I was able to bring awareness to your situation. And I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon.